I've been asked recently, what are some of the services NRCS provides? So I guess in this dirt tape, we'll kind of cover some of those things. Our mission is helping people help the land. Our focus is to provide excellent customer service to our producers to help address identified resource concerns on their farming operations. The first step in this process is to meet the producers in the field where they're the most comfortable. We can see the resource concerns firsthand, and we can discuss long-term and short-term goals for their entire farming operation. This is really the beginning of the conservation planning process, where we identify the producer's objectives and assess and analyze the natural resource issues on the producer's land related to the soil, water, animal, plants, air, energy, and human interactions. This is an important step when you're determining benefit cost ratios, which is important when you're determining conservation activities. Our goal isn't to put producers out of business, it's to enhance their farming operations so they're profitable and sustainable for a long period of time. So let's discuss some of the resources NRCS provides for the producers. One of those is technical resources. The next is programs. We also provide some initiatives and the ability to develop partnerships. One of our greatest technical resources is our experienced planning staff, which work with our producers on a daily basis to address resource concerns. We also have the Field Office Tech Guide, which is the primary scientific reference for NRCS. This contains the technical information about many of the practices that we utilize for soil, water, air, and related plants and animal resources. There's also the Web Soil Survey, which maintains the latest up-to-date information about the soils not only in Stearns County but across the state of Minnesota. Another resource available to planning staff is the Conservation Practice Cost-Benefit Templates. These templates provide the cost-benefit of conservation activities, which is essential to making good decisions and investments that are cost-effective. These resources and many others are available to the planners to help create a conservation plan that addresses the producer's resource concerns. Once the producer is comfortable with the conservation plan that was developed, the conversation transitions to what conservation programs are available to address the specific resource concerns. These programs include Environmental Quality Incentive Program, or what producers know as EQIP. There's the Regional Conservation Partnership Program, which is RCPP. Conservation Stewardship Program, also known as CSP. And finally, the Conservation Reserve Program, CRP. There are also a number of soil and water conservation district programs available for producers that are looking for maybe a quicker turnaround time to implement practices. So let's discuss some of the programs. The Environmental Quality Incentive Program, or EQIP, is a program that producers can utilize to implement single practices such as nutrient pest management, no-till, strip-till, and cover crops. Or if you're looking to do more complex practices such as those involved in a rotational grazing system. The Regional Conservation Partnership Program, or RCPP, is a partner-driven approach to conservation that funds solutions to natural resource challenges on agricultural land in very site-specific locations and very targeted practices. Conservation Stewardship Program, or CSP, helps you build on your existing conservation effort while strengthening your operation. This is a program that I like to utilize to address whole farm type approach to conservation planning when you're dealing with things like cropland, pasture land, timber, and your farmstead. This is a really good opportunity for a 5-year contract to experiment with conservation practices to really address the resource concerns across the entire farming operation. And finally, we have the Conservation Reserve Program, which helps producers farm the best and buffer the rest. These programs are available to all producers in Minnesota and across the country to help address the resource concerns with the conservation practices and provides a little bit of an incentive while the producer is experimenting and seeing how they work in their farming operation. And as we wrap up our conversation today, I just want to touch on the importance of partnerships. Without the fantastic partnerships across the state of Minnesota, it would be difficult to provide education, financial, and technical assistance opportunities to continue to help protect our natural resources and meet the producers' unique conservation needs.